Let's embark on another chapter in Echo's journey, exploring even more dimensions of her rebirth. Years into her service at the mountain, Echo began to notice whispers in the wind that even the oracle could not decipher. These were not the voices of gods or mortals, but something older, a language buried deep in the roots of the earth, woven into the stars. One night, when the skies burned with a fiery aurora, Echo followed the whispers down a hidden path that spiraled into the heart of the mountain. At its core, she discovered an ancient cavern. The walls glowed with faint, pulsating light, and the air vibrated with a hum older than time itself. There, she met the spirit of all voices, an ethereal being that existed between worlds. The spirit spoke directly into her mind. "Echo, your gift is not just to repeat, but to remember. You are the bridge between what was, what is, and what could be. Will you carry the voices of forgotten worlds?" Echo felt the weight of eternity in the spirit's words, but also the honor. She nodded, and the cavern resonated with a thunderous chorus, a song of unity weaving past and future into the present. From that day, Echo's role expanded beyond the oracle's mountain. She became a wanderer, carrying ancient wisdom to lands where it had been lost, helping civilizations remember the truths buried by time. Her voice became a tapestry of history, interlaced with hope and purpose. Would you like to see how Echo's journey evolves further, or perhaps explore the adventures of someone she touches with her gift? Let me know where the story should lead. The Song of the Forgotten. As Echo wandered the lands, she encountered those who had been silenced by history, voices erased from tales, people lost to the margins of myths. These were the storytellers without listeners, the dreamers whose visions faded before they could be shared. Echo became their guardian, vowing to amplify their words so they would never again be drowned in the tides of time. One day, in a distant desert, where the sun kissed the horizon with fire, she met an ancient tribe. They guarded a sacred artifact, a broken lyre said to carry the music of the stars. For generations, their legends spoke of a melody that could unite hearts across the world, yet no one had been able to play it. The lyre's strings were silent. The elders of the tribe, seeing Echo's gift, approached her with hope. They explained that the lyre could only sing when the voices of the forgotten were remembered. Echo, realizing her purpose intertwined with this ancient instrument, whispered the stories of every life she had carried, the words of a farmer forgotten in war, the lament of a poet, overshadowed by kings, and the prayers of a child whose dreams had been silenced. With each story, the broken strings of the lyre began to glow faintly. When Echo's voice wove the final tale, the lyre resonated with a celestial harmony, a song that bridged the gap between mortals, gods, and the unseen. The Weaving of Worlds. This melody became Echo's anthem, and it rippled through the fabric of existence. Mountains stirred, rivers sang, and even the stars seemed to hum in recognition. But this power also drew attention from forces that sought to steal the lyre's song for their own dominion. Echo found herself pursued by shadowy figures, agents of oblivion, who thrived on erasing memories. They sought to silence her voice and extinguish the light she carried. But Echo, now more than a mere reflection, stood firm. She called upon the voices she had protected, and together they became an unbreakable choir. The shadows were banished not by violence, but by the overwhelming resonance of unity. This triumph solidified Echo's role as a protector of connection, a guardian not just of words, but of the harmony that binds existence itself. The Eternal Guardian. Echo's journey did not end there, for she had become more than mortal, more than myth. As the eons passed, her figure appeared in the dreams of those who yearned to be heard. Some claimed to hear her in the whispers of the wind or in the murmurs of the sea. Others said she appeared on the edge of twilight, a luminous figure reminding the world that every voice, no matter how faint, deserves to echo. Echo's story reminds us that even in the quietest corners of the world, there is a power in listening. And in her own way, Echo ensured that no truth, no hope, and no dream would ever fade into silence. The Birth of the Lyre. Long ago, before gods and mortals walked the earth, the stars themselves hummed with a music that wove the universe together, a celestial harmony known as the Song of Continuity. This song was said to hold existence in balance, bridging the realms of light and shadow, matter and spirit. The lyre was crafted by Aetherius, a primordial being who personified the boundless skies. He formed it from materials as eternal as the heavens themselves. The strings were spun from starlight, and its body was carved from a piece of the first tree to grow in the universe. The instrument's music was imbued with the essence of unity, allowing it to resonate with the voices of all living beings, past, present, and future. The fracture. For millennia, the lyre was a source of harmony. Mortals and immortals alike were drawn to its music, which could soothe the most tormented hearts and reconcile the deepest of conflicts. But as the world grew more complex and divided, darker forces emerged, entities that thrived on chaos and discord, seeking to unravel the bonds that connected existence. One such force, Oblivion's Shadow, sought to destroy the lyre and silence the Song of Continuity forever. A great battle erupted between Aetherius and this malevolent force. Though Aetherius managed to banish the shadow to the void, the lyre was struck in the conflict. Its strings snapped and the celestial harmony fractured. The broken lyre fell to earth, scattered across realms, and its fragments became the stuff of legend. Some said the lyre was cursed, others claimed it held untold power, but all agreed on one thing: its music could only be restored by someone who could carry the weight of forgotten voices and reunite them into harmony. The guardianship of the lyre. Through the ages, fragments of the lyre were guarded by a chosen few, those who understood its true nature and sought to protect it from falling into the wrong hands. The tribe in the desert inherited the final fragment, though they had long forgotten its purpose. All they knew was that it carried an ancient melody waiting to be awakened. When Echo discovered the lyre, it was not chance but destiny. Her gift of memory and her vow to amplify lost voices made her the perfect bearer. By weaving the stories of the forgotten into the lyre's song, she restored not only its music, but also the Song of Continuity itself, mending fractures in the fabric of existence. Now that we've uncovered the lyre's backstory, would you like to explore how Aetherius's battle shaped the cosmos, or delve deeper into the role of the lyre's fragments across history? The threads of this myth are boundless. A lyre is a stringed musical instrument that dates back to ancient times, often associated with Greek mythology and culture. It resembles a small harp and typically has a U-shaped frame with strings stretched between a crossbar and a soundbox. The lyre was often used in storytelling, poetry, and ceremonies, accompanying singers or poets as they performed. It's famously linked to the Greek god Apollo, who was considered its master. In myths, the lyre is also connected to Orpheus, a legendary musician whose playing was said to enchant all living things and even stones. Its delicate, melodic tones evoke a sense of timelessness, making it a symbol of harmony and artistic expression throughout history. Would you like to know more about its role in myths or how it's played? Yes, Echo's influence was profound when it came to the lyre and its restoration. Her unique gift of memory and her role as a carrier of forgotten voices made her the key to reawakening the celestial music of the lyre. Without her ability to weave together the stories and voices of the overlooked, the lyre's fractured harmony might never have been mended. Echo gave the lyre more than just sound. She imbued it with meaning. The music she restored wasn't merely a melody, but a chorus of interconnected lives, their struggles, joys, and dreams brought together in a single, unified song. Through her, the lyre became a symbol of remembrance and connection, a beacon of hope for those who feared being forgotten. This connection redefined Echo's purpose, transforming her from a being defined by repetition into one who could actively shape the harmony of the world. Would you like to explore how the lyre's celestial music impacted the world around Echo? It might unveil even more about her legacy.